Good morning, friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day out there in your gardens. It's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's not too humid today, so I think we have a solid 15 minutes before I start sweating through these clothes. Today's video is going to be all about planting for the hummingbirds. You guys know I adore hummingbirds. That's my logo. My grandma has an award named in her honor called the Hummingbird Award, and I haven't seen a lot of hummingbirds this year, maybe 1 or 2 sightings all summer long. So this morning, lo and behold, my car drifted into Ken's gardens again, somehow seemingly against my will, and as soon as I walked in there, I saw these rockin' blue suede shoes, Salvia, and I thought, this is just what the garden needs. I have primarily pinks and magentas in the main flower walk this year, and I think these true blue salvias will bring another pop of color that will blend nicely with the pink and magenta, and hopefully bring in the hummingbirds because I really miss seeing them. So I picked up 6, and we're just going to pop them in where we naturally have holes in the garden. I kind of like to zigzag my planting. I don't know if that's really a thing or not, but it's what I like to see in my garden. I think on the left-hand side of the border, we'll do 2. That side gets a lot less sun than the right side. On the right side, I'm gonna do 4. I think I'm gonna do 1 right there where there was a calla lily. I decided to pull that calla lily out. And then right here, I have this big gap that, to be completely honest with you, is just full of weeds. I mean, look at that. There's like 4 different kinds of weeds back there in that area. So what I'm gonna do is actually pull these Montezuma lilies out. I decided I don't really want those in the garden anymore. In that hole, we'll just place those 3 salvias. So let's go ahead and get to work on planting these. I also need to go ahead and deadhead some of the lilies in the main flower walk, and a lot of lilies in the driveway garden need deadheaded too. So let's grab a shovel and get to work. How's that bone, Grace? Rocky, what are you doing in here? Rocky, I'm gonna be planting right there. Is that your secret hideout? What you doing in there? You wanna come out? Yeah, that's it. What you doing in there, huh? Are you jealous Gracie got a new bone? Don't worry, I'll get you some tuna as soon as I'm done with this. This year we added hot pink calla lilies into the main flower walk, and I really enjoyed having those here. And that show is just going to get better as the years go on. You see the calla lilies, I don't even know if you can see them in the camera right now, but they're quite short this year. I have some calla lilies in the back that are about 5 years old, and they're easily this tall now. So that will completely change the look of the main flower walk once those gorgeous hot pink calla lilies reach their mature height in about 3 years' time. Oh, now I see what Rocky wants. You wanted a little catmint treat, didn't you, Rock? Back here I have some bleeding hearts that have started to turn yellow, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove their foliage right now. You know, it's hard to find true blue garden flowers. There are some that are easily grown from seed, like forget-me-nots, larkspur, delphinium, and even love in a mist. But sometimes when you go to the garden center, the only true blue flowers that I see are normally on microphylla hydrangeas. So I was really excited to see a true blue salvia. It's going to be so beautiful. Well, the sweat timer doesn't lie. I think it was about 3 minutes until major sweating instead of 15. Oh, look at this catbird right here. You know, have you noticed that catbirds don't seem to mind people? Can you see it right there by Saving Grace? Let's go ahead and weed this area now, and we'll go ahead and pull those Montezuma lilies out, bulb and all. I've had those for a long time. They're a beautiful red lily, but I'm just ready for a change. And I also think I wanted to add more rose lily ramonas into the main flower walk next year, so I don't want to have 5 random red lilies right here. In the future, probably in the fall, I want to put some kind of a shrub here. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Maybe a small oak leaf hydrangea, but for now, let's just tidy it up a bit and get some color in there. Whoa. Oh. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the sweat situation? Are we at 100 yet? It feels like it, but it also feels great because I got all this blue salvia in the ground. Now I want to go ahead and deadhead my Eastern moon lilies. Since I want these Eastern moon lilies to be just as tall next year as they were this year, I'm gonna cut right below that lowest bloom, leaving as much of the flowering stalk as I can behind. Okay, let's take a look at how these new blue salvias look in the garden. There was a few Eastern moon lilies that had some nice blooms left on them, so I'm gonna give them a few more days in the garden before I go ahead and deadhead them. I tell you what, I did not expect this blue salvia to look this good. I am really enjoying this color palette with the purple, the magenta, the pink, and the blue. It's bold enough to satisfy my bold color desires, but also it's a little bit more feminine than what I've done in years past. I've always been sticking with that orange and purple color palette the last few years. I think it's nice to change it up with some pink, purple, and blue. And we are going to have some light pink dahlias coming in the next few weeks also. Let me know what you think about the blue suede shoe salvia. I also love that it's a reference to Elvis because I just love the 1950s and the 1960s. When I was back here weeding and digging around, I stuck those in possibly a little too close to the front. So when it's a little bit cooler tonight, I might push them back into the border a little bit. But I did want to show you what this color looks like with the magenta and the pink. I think we have some zucchinis that need harvested over in the raised bed. Let's see if we can get Grace to help us. Let's see if she's willing to trade her bone for a zucchini. She does love zucchini. I already picked 2 zucchinis this morning and ate another one that I had harvested yesterday for breakfast. Hey, Gracie. Gracie, look. Gracie, look what I got for you. Gracie, look what I got. Come get it. Look at this. Look what I got for you. Can you bring that inside for Mama? Can you bring it in? Good girl. What do you think? Zucchini or bone? What do you choose? We've got plenty of zucchinis if you want one for yourself. Bone it is. I think we need to go inside and get some water. Well, friends, I think that brings me to the end of today's video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and be sure to let me know what's your favorite blue flower, true blue, that is. Bye, friends.